All right, Capricorns, welcome to the August full moon in Aquarius, August 11th, 2022. This is your general full moon reading. It is general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, let's just jump in. The first two cards I have for you in the placement of what is this full moon bringing in or closing out for you for the next 2 to 4 weeks. And we have the Knight of Swords and the King of Cups. So it seems to me with the Knight of Swords and its direction, there is something leaving your vicinity. The Knight of Swords is something that comes in quickly and can leave just as quickly. It is messages or mental activity as well, but it's also people and places that are probably air signs or have air qualities, air sign qualities that may be involved. But I do believe this is a person. So we have the King of Cups here. That's my Cancer card. And the Entrepreneur card. Maybe there is an idea that comes in quite quickly that you might want to act upon. The Knight of Swords is definitely somebody quick to act on ideas, and sometimes too soon. But the King of Cups is pretty stable where that's concerned, and they are the masters of their emotions. So I think that the Master of Emotions can keep the Knight of Swords in check. But I do feel like there'll be a lot of activity, a lot of coming and going, a lot of movement. You may be traveling a lot. You may have to move quickly on a situation, on an idea, on a job, on work, on an emotional opportunity. Let's get another card and see if we can narrow it down a little bit. The World. Well, it's absolutely the end of a cycle, and you may be rushing towards an end of a cycle here. Maybe you want to start something new rather quickly, and hoping that something will end quickly so you can get this started. The World is the end of a cycle. But it is the end of a cycle while you're beginning something new. So I can kind of see that with both of these cards here. That makes a lot of sense to me. As well as the travel card. The World and travel goes quite well together. You may be rushing around. You may be traveling quite a bit. And you may have to do a lot of extensive traveling for this new position or this new job or this new opportunity that comes in. Probably from out of the blue. And that's a good thing. Your response is the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, so it does look like there's some work relation here, or it's work related, or physical. So this is also a very physical card for me, even though it's mental, there's just a lot of movement. So the Ten of Pentacles is, again, the 10 is a cycle that's ending while you're beginning something else. The World, however, is you have to finish up a few little things before you move on to something else while you're completing the cycle. So I do think with the Queen of Swords there, and again, we have this air energy. This is my Virgo card. She is the analytical queen. She has no problems cutting off situations and people that no longer serve the situation or her if she does not think that it's practical. So practicalities here. Now the Ten of Pentacles has a lot to do with financial negotiation, financial conversations, work talk. So if we're looking at the Cancer card here, again, this is my Entrepreneur card. These are people who are so good at starting their own business. And so there might be conversation about that as well. But with the Queen of Swords, you behaving like the Queen of Swords, fantastic. It's a great card for financial negotiations. She won't let anything get past her. And she's as sharp as a tack. The thing is, though, with the Queen of Swords, she can also have a bit of a sharp tongue and no holds barred. She doesn't have any problem saying what she's thinking. Let's put it that way. So very, very sharp where financial negotiations are concerned. Well, let's pull another card for that. Let's just have a clarification and see where these negotiations go or these conversations go. Eight of Swords. Okay. Well, somebody may have felt, or you may have felt like your hands are tied. That's certainly no position for a Queen of Swords. It's ineffectual decisions or being unable to make a decision, and that can come from your own mental prison. But I'm pretty sure the Queen of Swords is ready to cut through that, and I think that's where the conversation comes in. I do believe it's like a hard conversation. I think it's something that's not light, with the 10 there and the Queen of Swords. I do think there's some serious conversation here. And with the Eight of Swords there, maybe you didn't want it to come to this. Maybe you didn't want to have these talks. You weren't able to have these talks, or you couldn't mentally, find yourself dealing with these negotiations or conversations. But it's going to happen. And the Queen of Swords will make sure that you are well looked after, or not put in a position that you don't want to be. And that would be you acting as the Queen of Swords. So the result of this, of your reaction to what's coming in, is the Four of Swords. I do believe, so we're looking at a lot of mental activity here, a lot of mental activity, probably more than anything else at the moment. So things might just be in the thought stage, or just the conversation stage, the mental stage. But the Four of Swords is a need to relax. It's a need to rest. If you don't rest, somebody or the universe will make sure that you do. Maybe they just give you a little cold, or something happens where you are made to rest. So do it yourself. Don't have universe or spirit do it for you. Take the time to find the rest, to meditate. The thing with this Four of Swords is you might be physically inactive, but mentally you are preparing. You are making mental decisions here. Four is always about foundation. So you are making mental preparations for foundations. And that's not a bad thing, I don't think. Four of Swords for me always means also that your plans are in accord with the universe. And you'll probably get what you want. And it kind of looks like you will, because you have the Fool here. Again, you may cut off situations, find yourself on a new journey. There's certainly endings and new beginnings here at the same time, so that's very possible. They're both yielding swords here, ready to cut something off. And it looks like that might happen. And even that might be just cutting the blinders from your eyes and the inactivity that you may find yourself in, even though you need a rest. The Fool card tells me that you're ready for a new adventure. Whatever happens in this situation, I think you'll be okay with it. I think you'll just say, okay, well, on to something better, or something new, or something more interesting. And but also, it is, no matter what happens, you have the sun at your back. You know that spirit has your back. You know somebody has your back. You know you'll be okay. And the Fool has the faith of a child. So you have the Wheel of Fortune along with that. Sometimes you're at the top of the wheel, sometimes you're at the bottom. Life is a gamble. And oddly enough, that's the destiny, the gamble. It's not whether you land on top or on the bottom. You know that once you're on the bottom, you can rise to the top. And the other way around as well. The wheel just keeps on spinning. But we are looking again at another 10. So for me, that's another indication that the cycle is changing for you. And I think you'll be okay with that. You're ready for a new adventure. So with that, you have the Justice card. The Justice card has come out in, I believe, most of the readings, with the exception of one or two. But I don't even think so. I think it may even be one. The Justice card has come out. And so there's justice at play here. There's destiny at play here. And the Justice card for me is very important. If I were to tell you anything, I want you to understand that what you give out at this time is what you will receive. Now, again, notice wielding a sword. So that's 3 swords here, 3 swords here, and 1 to pick up at a later date. Don't worry, things will turn out fair. You may not get everything you want in the financial negotiation, but it will turn out fair, and that's what counts. Also, most important to remember, you give what you receive, or you get what you give. So the Queen of Swords, if she's a little bit harsh in her approach, she might receive that back. So always remember to use your words wisely. I think that's the end of this reading. I think it works out well for you no matter how the negotiations go or no matter how the conversation may go. I think you're ready for a new adventure. And I just think you need a bit of time and a little rest before that begins. So thank you, Sagittarius, for listening. I hope it's been helpful. I enjoy doing the readings. I will be back in 2 weeks with another new moon reading. We can see where this goes from there. And if you enjoyed it, feel free to like. Thank you very much.